Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Do you want to see a brand new Axis style knife, how it feels in the hand, the fit, finish, action, ergos, and how to disassemble it? Well, guess what? That's what we're going to do, and we're going to start right now. This is the Ef963 by Eafengrow, and this is the 900 series. And by the way, these are made in the new factory and they're under the new ownership, so these are guaranteed to be the steel that they say they are, etc., etc. I'll tell you more about it here in a little bit, but first let's take a look at this. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Wait till you see the blade on this thing. I'm going to go all the way around. We're going to run through all the fun stuff, then we're going to take it apart. I'll show you how I take apart an Axis style lock, because I know it can be daunting. And you know, it'll be very interesting to see how smoothly or unsmoothly this disassembly goes. But here's your Axis lock. It's a crossbar. It's 100% lockup. There's no question about that. Now check out that. Our pocket clip is inset into the liner, which is very nice, very, very nice. That's the edge right there that always snags on your pocket. You're not gonna have to worry about that. You do have a couple of mushrooms growing in the shade right there, but that's not an issue because your pocket's gonna slide over that. There should be pretty good clearance. You know what? I'll check right now. Let's see how it is in and out of the pocket. Oh yeah. No problems at all. It is, the only thing I'm feeling is it's really sturdy right here. It is not gonna come out, or it's not gonna fall out. Now here we give you a little bit of texture vision. You know, we always gotta do the texture vision. So looking at it, you can see it does have a really nice looking pattern, but as far as feeling it, it's about a 4. There's not a whole lot to feel. Move along, nothing to feel here. Actually, you can feel it. It's just not super texturized, but it's comfortable. And check out the jimps. Yeah, look at the jimping. It's not the dinky dink, but it's kind of the donka 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 donk. A little bit bigger, but they have the aggression that's really good that I like that grabs your finger. Are you ready to see this blade? Pow, right in the kisser. Oh yeah, would you look at it? Just look at it. Yeah, look at that blade. I absolutely love this blade shape. Ooh, yeah, that big old swedge. I like me some swedge action. And look at those grind lines. Are they not clean? Ooh, yeah, they clean. And by the way, if you're just getting here because you skipped through to the fun stuff, we are going to take this apart, and I'm going to compare it to some other knives and give you a really good look at it. But here's this side. Yeah, look at that. Is that not clean? The only thing on the blade is just the D2. Nothing on this side other than the EF, which I think it would be really great if they would shrink that down and put it up in the corner and give us a really nice, clean looking blade. But that's neither here nor there. We already saw that the scales look really nice. Nothing else on here. Great jimping. And as far as the edges, they are softened down. They are not sharp. Except for that one. We'll check that one out on a piece of paper here in just a second. Yeah, it's not rough along the top. I like that. I like the look of these liners. You can see it's milled out on the inside. Yeah, that is nice. You see how she cut some paper. Oh, yeah, nothing. I missed. How do you miss a piece of paper? Ooh, there we go. Looking through a camera. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice. Nice and clean. Yes. Just shaving little particles. Can you see them? Oh yeah, love it. And how's the fit? Left and right, nothing. Up and down, nothing. It's absolutely solid. And here's your lockup, 100% lockup. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. It's a hundo. And how about, ooh boy, you talk about a drop shutty blade now. It is dead centered, and we're good to go on that. There's a couple ways you can open this bad boy. First of all, the old reverse flick, yeah. And oh, I'm telling you what, for 20, these are like $27.99 at the time of this video's posting. You can get them in black or jade, and I will have links in the description to this and all the comparison knives that you're about to see here in just a minute. And they're going to all be in there with discount codes and all my other fantastic links and the maintenance supplies and all that good stuff. And speaking of which, time for action. If you have it, hit the subscribe button, bell button, all that fun stuff. That way you won't miss what's coming out on Beez Blades. So there's your reverse flick. And yes, it is that smooth. And you know what? I'm sitting here overdoing it. You could just open it up, do a little swing swing. Oh yeah, it is smooth. And you can also open it with your thumb. It's a thumb hole that you can use your thumb on. So you have 3 different ways to deploy it. To deploy it? To deploy it. And left-handed, this is an This is an ambidextrous knife. The only downside as far as it being ambidextrous is that there's no holes over here, so you can't put the clip on this side. You do have a nice big lanyard hole right there. You can put a rope through that bad boy. But what can I say? I mean, the action is absolutely smooth. There's no reason to take this apart, but we're going to anyway. The size of my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and then from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. This is such an easy knife to get out and use. Look at this, neutral ergos. There are no hot spots. It's absolutely comfortable in the hand. I give it the old bee squeeze. Nothing. I mean, you can't go wrong. And knowing the size of my hand, you can see if your hand's bigger than mine, you're still good to go. It's very comfortable. You're going to be able to do pull cuts, push cuts. This tip is far enough down. You can do utility cuts. This thing is good for everything. And look at that. Straightforward, neutral handles, plenty of good size, almost 3.5-inch blade. You can't go wrong with this. Speaking of which, here's your specs. Your total length from tip to tip is 8 inches. You have a drop point, kind of spear point hybrid, D2 blade steel with the satin finish. Your total blade length, 3.45 inches. Your sharpened blade length, 3.35 inches. Blade width, 1.09 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 139 thousandths of an inch. And your thickness behind the edge, 17 thousandths of an inch. Your handle material, G10. And your close length from tip to tip is 4.55 inches. Handle width, 1 inch. Close width at the widest point is 1.34 inches. Your handle thickness, 0.51 inches. You have a thumb hole and a crossbar lock. We're going to see what's in the pivot because we're going to take it apart here in just a second. It's a right side tip up only carry. You have T8s and T6s for your screws. And this is the Eafengrow Ef963. We'll take a quick stab-a-rooski at the weight, and then I'll compare it to some other knives so you can see how big or small it is. You know what? It kind of feels like the Manix 2. I'm just going to go ahead with 3.9 ounces, and it is 4.1. What? It's 4.19 ounces. I was a little shy. We're a little shy. All right, let's see what it looks like next to some other knives. Here's the KIZER Drop Bear, and if you've been in the knife community for 10 minutes, you know about the KIZER Drop Bear. Here's the Civivi Elementum. So those are definitely smaller. I'm telling you what, this is a good range of pocket knife to carry. And here it comes. You already know the QSP Penguin. You got to get you a Penguin, right? And the Ontario Rat Model 1, number 1. So it's kind of in between. If you have one or both of these, you know exactly how big or small this is in your hand. And you know, I gotta show the Spyderco Tenacious, my gateway knife. And here's the ST110, the Sativian ST110, and then the ST109 looks almost identical to it, but this is another budget Axis style knife, less than 30 bucks. I'm telling you what you can get for less than $30 is no joke. Now here is the Civivi, what is it? The Riffle. I had to think for a second. I was getting ready to call it something else. You know, I gotta slow my mind down. Sometimes I start talking too fast. This is the Kobe. This is the Kobe Momentum, and there's the Riffle. Now that definitely narrowed it down. Same length of handle, pretty much, same blade length, and these styles are very similar, except for this one has the thumb stud and doesn't have the thumb hole. So let's take this apart, break it down, and then I'll give you my breakdown of this knife. All right, you ready to get into this bad boy and see what it looks like on the inside? Okay, so this side is not moving at all, so that's telling me we have a D-shaped pivot going on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Love me a D-shaped pivot, baby. All right, so this has a lot of parts, so I'm going to have to remember which side I'm taking apart and where. All right, so I'm going to take it apart like this. I'm going to put my pivot up here just to keep things straight rather than crooked. So, you know, while I'm taking these screws out, I was looking up something earlier today, and I came across something interesting. And then I had to look at something else, and my question is, which word in the U.S. language has the most meanings? Is it the word get or set? And I think that's something that's debatable, but you will find that very interesting. Like, each one of them has hundreds of meanings. I'm going to put my pocket clip up here, but I was very, very surprised because I thought it was set, or no, set and run. Those are the two words. All right, so am I putting things... Now, see, I probably shouldn't be talking at the same time. So here's what the inside looks like. And there's our big old... that's what I heard. So when I was unscrewing this pivot, I heard a click. So what happened was when I unscrewed that, this came out of the hole. I wondered what that click sound was. That's exactly what that was. So let's take this dude off. This is your, what do you call these? Omega spring. I'm just going to pop him off, set him up here. And then we're going to go over here and take this side off. We're just going to take this whole bad boy apart because you don't see, at least I don't see, a lot of videos. I'm going to put these over here. I don't see a lot of videos taking apart Axis style locks. There's some out there, but you know, if it's not a Benchmade, I don't really see a lot of them happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this pivot out. I'm just going to use the doodad. And by the way, everything you see, all these pieces of maintenance equipment stuff, there's links in the description. So I'm going to pop this pivot out just like that. So the blade comes free. And I'm going to turn it around because I want to do it this direction so I can pay attention to what I'm doing. Here's my stop pin. I'm going to put the stop pin right here. Watch. You guys watch. Something's going to roll off on me. All right. So now this scale comes off. Are we focused? We better be focused. See, this one is where it's supposed to be. This one did not pop out. All right. So now I'm going to take this dude off. And here's a good look at your spring. And, yeah, talking and taking this apart at the same time. And there's your ball bearings. They are steel ball bearings. Very, very smooth. Very, very smooth. All right, so here is your knife taken apart. Now, to get this bar out, you just bring it down and then it rolls out. So here's the bar. And now we are completely apart. How about that? See, that's not too hateful. The question is how easy or how difficult will it be to put it back together? Oh, put this dude here too. And a shout out to everybody that's driving down the road right now just listening. And if you are, when you get home, then you can watch if there was something you wanted to see. Don't watch right now. Don't do it. And this is the back spacer. It was just sitting here. That's where your back spacer goes. Just wipe it off. This is nice and clean. Very, very clean. And I'm going to clean these doodads off. And clean this doodad off. And there's a good look. I love, love, love. What are they called? Bearings. I always forget what they're called. All right, so to put this back together, how am I going to do it? So first of all, I have to put these guys together. You know what? I'm going to get a little bit of looby-doob and put some lube on here. I'm going to focus more on getting this back together in one piece and not taking a half an hour to do it. But I have some KPL Knife Pivot Lube Original that I'm going to put just on the inside here. Just a little bit. Just a little dabble, do ya? Yeah, you're gonna hear me about as quiet as I get on this one because there are so many parts to this compared to what I usually put together. All right, so I'm putting the bar in here like this. I'm gonna pull it up here, and now what goes next? Let's see. I'll put my back spacer up here, and let's see. Put those dudes in there till they find their home. Get in the hole. It's your home. Put those up here. And that's going to hold that. So then if I come this way, let's see. How are we going to look? And you know, there's probably a lot easier ways to do this. But my thing is once I get it set up vertically, like this, I'm going to put this stop pin through here. So now we have that through there. And now I'm going to put my little doodad. What do you call that? My little Omega spring. Put that dude on there. Come around here. Oh, what? I put it upside down. You know, this is going to be an interesting, but I think we're going to get through it, and you're going to have a better idea. Now, see, that is going to hold that for me. I'm just holding it down here to hold it all in one piece, and then you know, I think we can go ahead and put this scale on over here just to hold it in place. Let me get a screw. And this is probably very unconventional, and I welcome all of the wisdom that I'm going to receive from the folks that are pros at taking apart Axis-style knives. Should be very interesting. Very, very interesting. So now I'm going to put the Omega spring on this side. Put it right in its home. I'm going to hook him. Hook it right there. Hopefully I'm in focus. Come around. Pop it in that hole. Get in the hole. It's your home. There we go. So now that dude's where he goes. And now I'm going to put my back spacer in here. Get the back spacer where it goes. There we go. Very nice. Very, very nice. And I need to move this so it's, there we go, a little bit out of the glare. All right, so let's put this scale on. And this is just my process. I've seen it done a bunch of different ways. Some of them look difficult, some of them less difficult. This is just the process I'm taking with this knife. And I got to tell you, for 27, 28 bucks, you can't beat it. You just can't beat it with the stick. So there we go. I just put one screw on both sides. Everything is back together. Now all we have to do is put our blade in. And I'm going to get a little bit of KPL and lube up these bearings. Put a little bit in here. Let me make sure I'm on camera. So, Beez Blades, live at the Hive. Oh, right. Make sure you don't miss it on Friday nights, 8:15 to 11:15 p.m., 12 midnight, you know, somewhere in that vicinity. We have a lot of fun, and hopefully this week, oh my goodness, this Friday, oh my gosh, we're introducing something new and exciting for channel members. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be so cool. We do giveaways every Friday. They're always a lot of fun. So I'm putting these both inside here, putting them where they go. And I'm going to slip them right in here. Oh, before I do anything, here's a trick. This is majorly important. So these both have a spring on them, right? Well, we're about to try to put a screw through here, and it's not going to want to happen. So this is the trick that I've learned, is pull back and then put something through here. I'm just putting this doodad through the hole. If I can see, just like that, see? And that's going to keep the pressure off, so we'll be able to move around and adjust on the inside. And I can't remember who or where I saw that from, or if it just was something that naturally you figure out through bad trial and error. So now I'm going to put this in here, hold it steady, and now let's see, our flat side of our pivot is pointing down towards the other end, towards the butt end. So now I can get this dude put through here and line it up. Let me set it down and show you. All right, here we go. Put this through here. At least I think that's how I've done it. All right, looking through here, and I'm trying to line it up without a tool to show you that you can do it without a tool. Just wiggle it just a little bit. I pulled it out, and you know what? I was putting it in from the wrong direction. See, you were probably yelling at the screen, Beez! So the screw goes in the pretty side. So that's the only reason we were struggling there. This is going to be so much easier now. I was like, what is the deal? Why is this difficult? This should not be difficult. It was not that difficult last time. All right. Because I've done not a lot of these, but that was the issue. I put the pivot screw in from the wrong direction. Look at that. It just popped right in. It didn't want to go through because it was like, hey, I'm a D-shaped pivot, and I only go so. Look at that. That easy. So that would have cut out about 5 minutes. Very nice. Very, very nice. So now we can take this dude out, and we're going to be good to go. Very nice. Now we can put our pivot screw back in, and we'll be... Now see, a little bit of trial and error. And I imagine the more, and you all have gone through this journey with me. You have seen me learn how to take things apart. You've seen me strip something. We're talking about knives here. You've seen me go through this whole process. And it's been amazing having you all with me. It is so much fun. And it can be a little nerve-wracking on video, but you know what? When I make mistakes, that's fine. I don't mind showing you. I want you to see that, you know, this all just doesn't come magically. You have to learn this stuff. But hopefully my videos will help you. If you get one of these knives, you know, any one of these budget, I don't know, maybe even the expensive ones, but these budget knives like this, and you get it all grind up and really dirty, and you've had it for a few years, and you want to take it apart and make it like new again, now you know how to take it apart and how to put it back together. Like, for instance, that one little trick that I showed you about putting the doodad through there. If you don't do that, oh my goodness, I remember I could not, it was so hard. It was so hard to get the pivot in, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And then I realized I can't remember. I think it was just by trial and error, and then I saw it on a video somewhere. It's one or the other. Everything starts blurring one way or the other. All right, so let's see if we're all tightened down. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, we did it! I can breathe now. We got it back together. So reverse flick, I like this. The Ef963. This is an easy way to get out of your pocket. Use it, put it back. It's super comfortable. Great ergos. As far as sharpening, the plunge grind ends right there. I could go for a sharpening tool, but for a $27, $28 knife, are you kidding me? I can't, what can I say? I have no complaints about it. This is an absolutely fantastic knife. And you know what? The odds are you'll never ever have to take this knife apart. But that's something that if you do decide you want to do that, at least now you know how to do it, or how it operates and how it looks on the inside. And hopefully that'll help you, keep you from making a mistake or taking 2 or 3 hours to take your knife apart. But I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. And I enjoyed the challenge, even though you probably noticed I was thinking hard because I wasn't doing as much talking as I normally do. But go check out this video. You're really going to enjoy that. But until I see you again, or see you in the live stream, or see you in the chats, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.